welcome back to my channel. Today's question is, who is Simply Red? Simply Red are a pop and soul band formed in Manchester in 1985. They are a top charting band with millions of fans and a couple of Grammy nominations, yet I have never heard of them before. I have never heard one of their songs. So by request, today we are listening to their song called Holding Back the Years. The title is making me a bit curious because you know me, I like a good story, a good therapeutic session of sharing emotions and just hearing about somebody's life experiences through a song. I think that is so beautiful. So I'm pretty excited to check it out with you. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to subscribe and help us grow the community. I'm super excited, so let's go ahead. Straight away.
Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody listen to the fear that's gone.
Oh my.
Open for the arms of nature. Get to me the sooner or later. Holding back the years, chance for me escape from all I've known. Holding back the tears,
Oh.
'cause nothing here is grown. I've wasted all my tears,
Wow.
wasted all those years. Nothing had the chance to be good. Nothing ever could, yeah.
That's deep.
Oh, I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. So tight.
Wow, those sounded like layered vocals. I was like for a second, are those harmonies? But no, I feel like those were tops of layers on top of each other. Wow, straight away. I don't know what type of music this is because I'm just seeing so many key components that would make a song so good and groovy. Like straight away, you know when you have a song that is not necessarily so energetic and just so overwhelming, but it has some key components that placed at the right time in the right place, they can make your whole body move more than a set of drums and some electric guitar. I did notice like straight away from when it started, it had a small key change like in the first 5 seconds. And I was like, oh no, I'm in danger. Hold on. I almost wanted to rewind for a second to hear it again, but I'll just listen to it again after this video. And also, I must say, the vocalist's voice, who by the way, I read that he's the last active member of the band, which I will have to look into that, but it's quite curious because I don't know, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody being in that situation. But yeah, his voice really impressed me because he has such a sensitive vibrato at a certain point. Like, you know, one of those really unique tones that I've only heard Michael Jackson do. One of those tones that you can't really learn. Like, I learned how to do vibrato, but it doesn't sound the same as a nature-born vibrato. It sounds like a taught vibrato. But his was so special, and then it surprised me because he went straight up to some big, powerful notes. And so I was like, all right, so he can do both. That's impressive. And yeah, so far, this slow, sensual tempo with very emotional vocals, because this is obviously a story, a touching story. I'm gonna have to pay a bit more attention to the lyrics, but obviously there's some trauma there. But so far, I'm seriously impressed. Oh, now it's strong.
Wasted all of those years, and nothing had the chance to be good, 'cause nothing ever could.
Wow.
I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. Holding, holding, holding. I said, ooh, that's all I have today. It's all I have to say.
Wow. Wow, I really went into that state. You know, I got the feeling of that kind of music that you could listen to in a coffee shop in a movie, you know? Just imagine the vibe, okay? You have like a drink on the table, a laptop doing some work, and this song in your headphones. Like, what is that vibe? Oh my god, the message is a bit... I mean, it's almost bringing me back into depression. But the song is truly, truly beautiful, and I cannot wait to talk more about it. Wow, I can very confidently say this song is a masterpiece. Technically and vocally and musically, from the instruments to the writing points to the way it transmits its message, but also just being so musically pleasant is impressive. And also, just recently, I've found out that when you vibe to a song, the sound waves apparently make water move depending on their, I don't know what depending on, but when you like hear a song and you move along, it's like the water in you moving to the sound of the waves or something like that. But I can see how this song could have been written from such a vulnerable place and how so many people could relate to this story, because it gave me such a sad feeling, almost like giving up, almost like looking back at your whole life and feeling like you were powerless and like you went through some experiences that were not up to you. And you know that happens, life happens, you can't control everything, but this just felt like a message of realization, of giving up in front of the sight of abandonment. Like, he literally says, I've wasted all my tears, I've wasted all these years. Like, he's looking back and he's like, damn, I really wasted that. Maybe I could have taken the opportunity to do something else, but you know, I could so relate to that feeling. And the fact that he's saying nothing got the chance to be good because it never could almost feels like surrendering your weapons and like putting them on a table in front of the enemy and saying, here, you can shoot me. Because how can you say nothing ever had the chance to be good? His experiences, I guess, were really, really strong, and I could definitely feel that through the vibe and the energy of the song. Like, I could feel the burden and suppressed emotions because he's obviously still thinking about it. He's regretting a lot of years and a lot of time because something happened, I guess. Like, every song has a narration point and an event that started the writing process of all the songs. But it does feel hopeful because I feel like writing this song and putting it out there almost gives him a sense of release, a sense of hope, a sense of like, I've written this down now, I've gotten it out, I want to put it behind me and move forward. It's like he wants to break free, but he's also acknowledging the chains that kept him still for so long. And you know, also the fact that so many years ahead. After this traumatic event in his life happened, he's still thinking so deeply about it and writing so painful lyrics about it, you know. Really makes me think about how events at, you know, a young age, could be 5, could be 10, could be 20, 30, can affect you really for the rest of your life. You could be 60, 70 and still thinking about something that happened years and years ago and really be affecting you, and you can't really move forward. So I feel like this song really hopefully helped him move forward. But for me, from the listener's standpoint, it was definitely a musical capodopera. Just his vocals, his vibrato was like, I feel so blessed to have heard it, because it's not often somebody is blessed with such a talent and such a voice. Also, I like how many instruments there are, guitars, but like those slow guitars, you know what I'm saying? A saxophone, I think I heard. So I have to give a shout out to how amazing it is to make a song feel so not overwhelming and so slow and so powerful, yet without going crazy and without overwhelming the listener, while transmitting such a powerful, deep message. This really says something about this band, and it might be my first time listen, but it says enough about them that it really encourages me to move forward and listen to them a second or a third time. So let me know if you enjoyed today's video. I really hope you did, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!